What is going on, people? You know what's about to happen. It is the drop. It is 12:30. It is a Thursday. We're at Cactus Music World headquarters. I'm Ruben and Quinn. That's Quinn Bishop.
And it's season 2.
It's season 2. It's still season 2.
Season 2, the Electric Boogaloo.
The Electric Boogaloo. Break into Electric Boogaloo. All right, so we talk music, lots of vinyl, and lots of other things. Let's kick it off, man. What's in the box?
Oh, man, everybody's going to love the first thing that's in the box because it's from the archive of the man himself. 3 LP set, Prince and the Revolution live on the Purple Rain tour, recorded in Syracuse. And I don't really think the show was bootlegged out there. Yeah, there are a lot of Prince live bootlegs. But This is from his archives, professionally shot, professionally recorded. Probably best example of. There's a lot of live stuff out there.
Yeah,
from him, right? But this is it. Very exciting. And there's also a CD, DVD, Blu-ray component as well. But this is the 3 LP set. I mean, look at that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's super cool.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And if you're wondering, do I want to spend the money? Do I, if you're on the fence, side F is a 19-minute, 25-second version of Purple Rain.
You need it. You need it.
Dude, coming out of the box hot.
Yeah, totally. And, and again, there's CD editions with the video footage on there. This is a very exciting release. Good way to kick off summer beloved record from,
16-page booklet, photos never before seen. Lots of stuff from the vault.
That's awesome. The fan.
Let's
for the
do
fan.
It. Let's do it.
Another posthumous release here.
Oh, I'm excited about this.
This is a great record. So there's a lot of footage of this out there. It's great. This is the first time it's appeared in proper sound quality. This is Amy Winehouse live at Glastonbury, 2007. And,
I want this.
A lot of these posthumous releases, I can tell you, we deal with that a lot, and some are better than others. I can say that her stuff that they have put out has been terrific, and I'm really looking forward to this. This follows the BBC release. It was just fantastic. It's just,
I've watched clips of this on YouTube,
it's terrific,
man. It's
yeah.
And
she's so vital and just like kicking ass, and 4 years later, she's gone.
She's just on fire.
Yeah.
So incredible.
Again, other formats on that. So if you're not a vinyl fan, you're going to want to check that out. Because the stuff that's on YouTube and whatever, just sonically, it's not that great. But This is This is that's what you call broadcast quality.
Right. Yes, that's exactly what we call broadcast quality.
We want true two-channel stereo. We want that.
We do.
Okay, let's talk about this guy. And this is an artist. For those of you in the webland, I would say TV. It's not
the internets.
The internets. You need to know about this guy because he has won 3 contemporary blues Grammys in a row. Fantastic Negrito, his new album, White Jesus, Black Problems. This guy is awesome. He's a great guitar player, great storyteller, and flies in all kinds of different music in there to make it tricky. He's obviously got a very socially conscious bent to his music, but he's great, man. He played the store and just blew everybody away. Check him out.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
I don't own any of this.
Yeah.
I need to get some.
Yeah, check him out. He's amazing guitar player.
Yeah, man.
Like
for
really,
sure.
really, really amazing.
What label is this
on? It's on a very small label, I think, that's through his management. He was signed to Universal and was going to be, it was a huge priority for him, and he got in a life-threatening car. He got in a car accident, sidelined his whole career, and they dropped him. Because that's what major
that's what major labels do these days. Yeah,
see you later. So he's doing it on his own and showed him what was up, right?
For all your fans.
Here's one. Let's play some Blast from the Past for you.
Okay, I'm good.
New album from The Fix.
Yes.
These
Cy
guys.
Kernan, Jamie Westorm.
And man, he's such a great guitar
player.
He's
a fantastic guitar player.
He's a great guitar
player. Love
player.
him.
I don't know about you, but like as those singles from the back in the day, of which there are many. They had they had 10 tracks of radio that were killer. Every time they'd have a new single, like all the signal processing.
Yeah.
Like he was that.
He was very interested in running effects. Yeah, but he did it well because it's very easy to just create mush.
And this cover even looks like a very fixie cover with these like eyes looking at you. So these guys never stop. They've toured nonstop. It's 10 years since their last record, but you can see them. They're out there. They're doing it. They're still great.
I heard a song off the last record that I didn't even know was The Fix, and I jammed it. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, please get it. What's it called?
It's called Every 5 Seconds.
Every 5 seconds. There you go. The Fix.
And I guess LP's coming later.
Yes, sir.
But that's the CD for right now. Okay, now this is one of the boldest moves of a recording artist that I think we will see this year.
Okay.
And this is the beloved Tedeschi Trucks band.
Yes.
Have you heard about this release?
I have not heard about this release,
okay,
but
so,
obviously.
So last year they did a live release of their version of Layla and a sort of
right.
like the Eric Clapton, Dwayne Allman record. And pretty great, it's cool, but it's like a covers record.
Yeah.
This is, see if I can get this right.
Gotta get up here so you guys can see that.
So the album is called I Am the Moon. This is a 4-part series, 2 hours of music, 24 songs, with accompanying films. There's going to be 3 more albums coming, and it is inspired by the 12th century poem by Nizami Ganjavi.
Okay, so.
And the poem was Layla and Majnun, and that was the inspiration for the song Layla.
Wow.
And so they have done 4 albums inspired by that.
This is a deep dive, my
like
friends.
I said,
this is an ambitious project.
Bold, strong move. But you know what? They're great Cactus shoppers, by the way.
Love it.
Yeah. When 2 guitar players that good walk in the record store.
Yeah. And, if you're not familiar with Derek Trucks, there are whoever you think is the greatest living guitar player would probably mention Derek Trucks as one of their favorite living.
He is a
greatest guitar player.
One of the most modest guys.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I've never met him. Seems to be quite humble. I've seen a couple of interviews. Very soft-spoken.
It's crazy. They got like 5 or 6 kids in the tour with the whole gang.
Hey, man, that's how you do it.
At one point, we had requested to do an in-store with them. Management was just like, "Are you kidding?"
Right. Do you know who they are? Well, if you don't ask, you don't get. Right.
That's right. I am always ready for people to tell me no, but I'm gonna ask.
Sure.
That's it.
You're better than I am at that.
Okay.
I'm too scared.
Next up, we have a new album from the Drive-By Truckers. So this, they're probably
interesting.
They're the foremost modern Southern rock band. I mean, it's kind of like. And I've read this before. Sorry, I can't attribute it to whoever said it, but it's definitely Skinner filtered through the Replacements. Like it's kind of jazzy and funky, but very Southern rock. This is their 14th album. Their last 2 records were pandemic affairs that they had.
That live recording, right? Because we talked about it.
And they had 2 studio records that were super political that they managed to push out during the pandemic. This is a lighter affair. It's more of, I think, autobiographical about the band from the songs. But
guest appearances from Margot Price and Mike Mills.
There you go.
If you were wondering what former REM alum Mike Mills was up to.
Wandering in the studio with those guys. Of course, the cover art's always consistent with those fellas.
I was about to say, I love it. It's really good.
So I think for people that were kind of overwhelmed by the heaviness of the previous records and looking for a little more of a party record, is that an embossed cover?
Oh yeah,
spent some money on that.
I feel that.
Yeah. So anyway, new record from those guys.
Yep.
Very, very ardent fan base that I'm sure will be happy to get the party rolling.
So is Bell on this?
No.
Okay.
I think
I'm a reporter. I ask questions.
I think they're all friendly, but
he's doing his own thing. He's great. He's fine.
Together, but
right. I just didn't know. And oh God, Lana McCarley, if she's watching, is ready to wring my neck. She's like, "How do you not know that?"
Sorry.
I know.
We know a lot. We don't know everything.
I don't know everything.
I'm very excited to talk about this.
Do it.
I think this is a cool record. This is a band that has emerged into probably one of the breakthrough acts of the last couple of years. And for all those people that are paying attention and are fans of this band, you should check out this record for a point of reference to what they try to do. This is Adrian Casada from Black Pumas.
Mm-hmm.
And he has assembled this record called Psychedelicos, and it's him paying homage to 60s and 70s psychedelic ballads of Latin America.
What
you know that's going to be a groovy time. Look how cool the cover is. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to hear this record. I think this is going to be a really fun summer listen, and to get you through if you're a Black Pumas fan till their next thing. But this is, I love it when artists engage in stuff like this because it gives you a point of reference for what they're really trying to do. You get pulled in a lot of different directions as a recording artist.
So
this is true love.
I think you open this up right now and play it. Number 4, the 4th song is called Hielo Seco, Dry Ice, featuring Mark Rebo, who I love. If you're familiar with any of the Tom Waits material, and Money Mark on that track too.
Oh, Money Mark, where's Money Mark?
What in the world? My God! Yeah, I want to hear this.
Yeah, it's going to be a very cool record. That's weekend listening.
Good, my God, on cherry red vinyl, people, and includes the download. What else are you going to do this weekend?
Yeah,
listen to it,
and
please.
of course, we're talking about artists. They're almost many of them on Indie Store exclusive colored vinyl. This one's on yellow vinyl.
Yeah,
but
new band, new album.
To us, yeah. Eli Young Band, Love Talking, their brand new record. And I got to say, of all the Red Dirt guys, these guys are probably the biggest chart band of
easily.
Yeah, I mean,
out of North Texas, right? They were Denton guys.
Denton guys. And a lot of people think it's a guy named Eli Young. It's 2 dudes.
Yeah,
2 guys.
Yeah,
Eli and Young.
One of the first artists that agreed to do a Zoom interview during the lockdown with me.
Oh, really?
Like, literally hit them up on their Instagram. You don't know me. And their guy got right back to me, and we did a wonderful interview with them. And it was all of the guys, and each one was in a different. They all zoomed in together.
Oh, no way!
Yeah,
wow.
So it was like the Brady.
Quad,
it was like it was the Brady Bunch thing. Yeah, I love these guys. I really do, and they're just you. And you can, if you can tell anything from spending 10 minutes just talking to someone, you can just real honest, and there's no weirdness about them. They're just like
No, I think they're down to earth cool guys.
It's down to earth cool guys.
So many of the artists that are, the North Texas, Oklahoma artists, that's what we generally call Red Dirt music. Man, they can't seem to have a song they have a big following, but they can't break through.
Yeah, like if you're in New York and you go, oh yeah, Stoney LaRue, or you go, even they may not know who they are.
These guys broke through and keep breaking through.
Yeah.
Couldn't happen to nicer guys.
I didn't mean that, but yeah. Gosh.
Okay.
All right.
If you're going to see a festival sometime this summer, you're probably going to see these guys. It's Michael Fronti and Spearhead.
Yes. Been doing it for a minute.
Man, and they're a big festival band. They bring the socially conscious party.
Absolutely.
To the
absolutely.
Festival. Great musicians, very fun.
Back when we used to call it World Beat. Remember that?
Oh yeah, there was some World Beat.
There were some World Beat stars.
Yeah.
Just got to get up close because it's yeah, man.
Follow your heart.
Absolutely. This is cool, man.
Yeah, it's good to have a good new record for me. I just love it that all these studio records we've been kind of waiting on, and hey, what's that guy been doing? Well, now we know.
So here it is.
New records, and this I will tell you. We're talking about all these records.
Yeah.
It usually kind of dies down a little bit by this time because everybody puts out their stuff in spring so that they can tour on it in the summer. And we got a full box of records here we're talking about. You're gonna like this one. You're gonna like
There's no doubt.
So this is cool. A lot of metal bands do a job of packaging and feeding their fan base with with cool, unique items, clutches. This is their Robot Hive Exodus reissued limited edition 2 LP 180 color gram. This is for the indie stores. Has an autograph numbered insert on it.
Get out of here.
You got a gold leaf, silver leaf cover. I mean, they checked every box on the limited edition, and we only got a few of these. So, rush to your local favorite record store if you're a Clutch fan. I had a personal appearance with these guys. I was amazed at how chill they were. It's always funny because they hit that the heavy music.
They're very heavy.
They're always, and they're the best with the band.
Yeah, they're super, super heavy, but very groovy. There's almost a little to some of their music have a little, almost kind of like, not like ZZ Top boogie, but there's a little something in there about them, and it's a great live band. A million years ago, I was in a band. We actually opened for these guys.
Oh, did you? Where was that? What venue was it?
God, I want to say it was like the Vatican or something. Yeah. And they were super cool. And thinking back on it, I'm like, what were we thinking? because they just came out and just
Destroyed.
It was devastation.
Yeah.
You know, and I think pretty much most, if not all, the original lineups. I know
I
it's
think
the original
so, yeah.
guitarist, original vocalist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love these guys. And this is a beautiful.
Yeah,
if you're a Clutch fan,
oh yeah, it's got another embossed cover.
embossed,
The
baby.
word for the day.
Spending the money.
Word for the day.
Spending the money if you
Embossed.
can feel it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
there you
very
go.
nice.
Boom.
Very
That's
nice.
a good one.
Hey, nice package.
Thank you.
All right,
I'll take it.
we're keeping it hard here.
Lord, jeez.
A live
My
album,
God.
live at the Palladium, Killswitch Engage. This is a big band, and I think this is
Yeah.
big band. And I don't know if this is their first. I should have looked at that. So this is them doing their albums Atonement and their self-titled album.
Right. Like a lot of bands
One
do. It's
disc
like
per, yeah.
something. There's an anniversary, so they'll tour that album.
Mhm.
You know. Gosh, man.
Have you
Again,
seen them?
yes, I have. I have. In fact, I saw them. I've only seen them once, and it was opening for Lamb of God.
Oh, man, we did.
And Shadow. It was Shadows Fall, Killswitch Engage, and Lamb of God. And I took my brother-in-law, who I think the heaviest show he'd ever seen in his life was U2.
Well, that's different.
Just blew his hair back. He loved it though.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I hope you can swim.
those three bands on the same bill. That is of a time. That is definitely.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
date code
they were-
stamped.
Lamb of God was touring the second record,
Oh, wow.
which had the the hit on it that everybody knows. So this is cool. Check it out. Clear lilac blue marbled vinyl. Get this, people.
Because when you hear like
Get
really
it.
heavy metal, you think lilac.
Get it. Yeah, great dual guitar assault. You know,
Assault.
I think it. Yeah, and they've got lots of like what I would call clever tunes. I like them a lot.
I like a clever tune.
I'm just saying.
We like a
That's
clever
me.
tune.
What do I know?
All right, I love this guy. Do you know this guy? Andrew Bird.
Yep.
So Andrew Bird was in a very big band called Squirrel Nut Zippers. It was like, and if anybody could have thought that those guys were going to be big, it was crazy. It was just like the biggest fluke, and had a multi-platinum.
But
record.
they had that amazing video to go
They
with
did.
it.
They did.
And I think that was like, it had to be at the very end of the last moments of videos that people were actually like, oh, what's on MTV?
Yeah, and that record was so eclectic. I think it just like kind of.
I bought it.
Yeah, while people like took him aback. So what you need to know about Andrew Bird? He is an amazing musician. In addition to being a tremendous violin player and an awesome guitar player, he's a crazy whistler.
Yo, yeah,
he's a crazy whistler.
He can whistles well.
In the middle, go see him live.
That's like yodeling.
Terrific.
Yeah.
If
you can do it well,
you got it. Or
it's kind of cool.
Yeah. So and his records are always, arty and cool and
Yeah.
unusual, but feature.
What was that? What was the
tremendous
first
playing.
song I heard by him? Was it Osmosis? What was that? It was like it was a real kind of like almost Tom Waitsy kind of track.
Yeah.
It was real. I don't know. Whatever.
He's
I was
terrific
like, who
live.
is that?
And he's another guy that there's tons of content. Your Tiny Desk concert, that kind of stuff. There's tons of content on him out there that will.
Yeah.
You see this guy do a couple of things, you're going to be a fan because he's terrific. And this is on an exclusive Apple Red vinyl.
Not Red Apple vinyl. Apple Red vinyl.
Apple Red vinyl.
Andrew Bird, Inside Problems.
Apple
Yeah, this
Red
guy's
vinyl.
an interesting cat. This is a good one for the collect. What? What?
Oh my
is that
gosh.
3 in a row?
You're not going to believe this.
What
We
is
have an
happening?
embossed cover.
What is so the raised? That's raised, lettering or logo or some sort of art. Look at that.
I think it's a pressing plant. Like, hey, trying to upsell him. Hey, you want an embossed cover? Everybody's doing it.
Everybody's Killswitch Engage and Clutch just decided to emboss their album.
And he's like, I can shred just like those metal guys.
How much is it? How much is it with the embossing? How much is it for the gift wrapping? When you're at the dad, would you like this gift wrap for your wife? How much is that going to cost extra?
Oh yeah, I'll do it because
that
looks way better.
Although I can wrap.
I'm a good gift wrapper too.
I can wrap.
I'm the house gift wrapper.
Yes. Okay.
Little
we just
bits
lost
of trivia
4
about
viewers.
your hosts here. Next up, this is I'm looking
Olsen.
forward to this record. Angel Olsen, remarkable female artist. Her new album is Big Time. I think that she is unusual in the fact that she drifts stylistically from record to record. She had kind of, obviously indie rock, folky leaning records. She's had kind of more somber, gloomier records. This is like a full-blown country record.
Wow.
And the first single sounds terrific. There's a film that accompanies it. If you like female vocals with a little bit of a twang, and she has a terrific voice, great artist. And this record, I think I have not heard it yet, but they're saying that the big breakthrough record for her. Both of her parents died during the pandemic, so it's one of those kind of records.
Whoa.
But that it's beautiful and poignant. The good stuff, not the.
Well, she's got the voice for it, that's for sure.
And what color we got here?
We have opaque pink vinyl. That is a limited edition, ladies and gentlemen. Not embossed though.
Not
this one does not feature. Just letting you.
Should have sprang for the embossertude.
Maybe they were out.
They were out
when they ordered.
We're fresh out. Sorry.
No.
Okay, let's kick in. We've got some reissues to talk about. Do you?
Yeah, I love this band.
Great band.
I love them. I love them. I could be in the worst mood on earth and somebody could put this on, anything by them, and I'm immediately happy.
And for the duo of people playing drums and just playing guitar and hollering over it, I think they're kind of top drawer.
They're definitely.
This is a big record by them.
It's a thing.
This is like the big record right here. The Kills, No Wow, reissued. Has not been available on vinyl in a long time, and it's been reissued on CD as well. And this is it also comes with a remaster. I think an alternate mix. I guess there was going to be a different mix of the record that came out from what ended up being released. So you get both of those if you buy the CD, and I think this is the new mix of this record. We have another silver foil cover there as well.
I'm just kind of reading through. I would like to see who's involved. God, man, yeah.
Great Alison Mosshart, one of the best front people. She's
ridiculous.
She is commanding.
She is ridiculous.
Cool.
And then you can, and if you can't get enough of her, you go out and buy the entire collection. Then you can just go get all the Dead Weather stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And he's a brilliant guitar player.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool band. And I think it's funny because we're almost at that point where this era is kind of retro.
Oh yeah, for sure. You think it was just yesterday, and it was a while ago when those guys hit the scene.
Yeah, it's a good reminder of that. Okay, we often talk about the RST essentials.
Yep, record store day.
Record store day essentials are things that should be in store, but of course the timing isn't right for them to be on a record store day event. So we get a couple of these, 2 or 3 of these a month, and they're always welcome titles that should be in every record store. Both of these are sold out, by the way, and whatever is in your shop shelves, that's what you're going to find. So if they are of interest to you, go get them because they're going to be gone soon. This is such a big record.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Death Grips, the debut on Sony Music.
Yep.
The Money Store.
Yep.
Man, this is a crazy record. I remember when this came out, I was like, "What is this doing on Sony Music?" This is a really crazy aggro experimental punk rock hip hop.
Yeah.
I didn't even first listen. I don't even know what's going on here, but it is definitely cool. Set a trend. They immediately found a ton of fans out there.
There's I don't know if this is out. There's a guitar player that I love a lot, and he's talk about one of the heavy duty effects guys, Nick Reinhardt, and I think from Terramalos is his main band, and I think he did stuff with Death Grips. Yeah, and if you've ever seen a YouTube clip or nothing, it's aggressive. It's aggressive.
It is aggressive.
It's
and
aggressive.
It's a lot
but it's good. Yeah.
And it's everything that's aggressive thrown into the gumbo pot.
Sure.
Stirring it around.
Sure.
And that drummer,
yeah.
He is a monster.
It is a great.
Pull up a live to buy them.
Yeah, it's a great band. I mean, if you're interested in, if you need some heat, go get it.
Yeah, and you might click on it and then hear 10 seconds ago, oh, not for me.
Yeah, no. Moving forward. Yeah. Thanks, but no thanks.
I like it. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, I mean, this is such a crazy thing that this became such a big deal again, because it just wasn't for so long since release. But
yes,
Toto 4. This is on what is this? On Bloodshot vinyl, red vinyl. Available again. You want to revisit some of those hits?
Sure.
The gang
so Rosanna's on here, obviously. Africa's on here. You know, they're all good songs. I mean, a lot of these weren't like radio, you know, staples. Yeah, it's amazing.
I mean, one of the biggest records of that year, you couldn't escape from it. It was everywhere. Every record store you went to, this thing was right on in center.
So if we're just talking about Rosanna in Africa, does that qualify it for like one of the building blocks of the whole yacht rock movement?
Oh, there's some yacht rock.
There's some yacht rock in it. Not all of it, because then they had stuff that was super heavy.
Yeah.
Then they had some stuff that was more R&B. Right. You know, but again, you're basically talking of a band made up of, at the time, the greatest studio session musicians in working in Los Angeles.
And guys that played on Thriller.
Yeah, these guys are monsters. Yeah. Everybody on here could solo for 20 minutes.
And I would say, don't quote, well, actually quote me.
Do it.
I'm betting that there's a yacht rock track on every Toto.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, when you get Steve Porcaro on keys, you got Jeff Porcaro on drums, Steve Lukather on guitar.
I know you're a Steve Lukather.
I love Steve.
You love Steve Lukather. Okay, we're going to finish up with a couple of jazz reissues here, some big records, and you know we talk about this guy a lot on the drop because he's really continues to find an audience and people loving his music.
We may have said his name more times on the drop than any other jazz artist.
I think so too.
Yep.
I thought it was it's funny. I'd already sent you the script. I was like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't do it. But then
I put some on this weekend.
Did you?
I just Bill Evans played, you know, and I was like, because I wanted, it's just,
If you love jazz, if you want to love jazz piano, listen to Bill Evans.
Yeah.
This is an unusual album in his catalog because this was cut shortly before he died. This is recorded in 77, released in 1980. And this is the last time that his longtime bassist and drummer, Eddie Gomez and Elliot Zygmunt, this is the last time that they performed together.
Wow.
This is, it's called You Must Believe in Spring. And, you know, I think the interesting thing with so many jazz records is it's you know, there's the slam dunks and then there's the records that you love that aren't necessarily like the greatest records, but they're just take you somewhere and are great. And I think this is one of those records for a lot of people. And it hasn't. I mean, I never remember seeing this record.
And he's done so many different things too.
Yeah.
I mean, for God's sakes, I think that I just had it random and you know, him doing a version of, it was like a Christmas song. What was he doing? It was like killer. And I didn't even recognize what it was until I got to the chorus.
You know what I always tell people is like, they're like, you know, I don't know about him. Yeah, you do. Have you ever heard Miles Davis kind of blues? He's the piano.
There you go.
And that's
mic drop.
That's that. Yeah. Bam. Okay, and as we often talk about, the great things about these reissue programs for Blue Note and Verve and Impulse is they're really reissuing records that have not been available commercially in decades. I don't know this one. So Gerald Wilson is a really interesting figure, and this is his record, Big Band, his big band record, Moment of Truth. And of course, all these remastered from the original source tapes, which is crucial. Look at him, and he's leading the band right there. What you need to know about Gerald Wilson is he was he was known as an arranger. He arranged music for Billie Holiday, for Ray Charles, for Ella Fitzgerald. He was like, you know, you hear one of those records and you hear those strings and you hear the band comes in at the right time and you're like, oh, man, that's gorgeous. That's this guy. And so he made some records in the late 60s. They're very highly regarded records, but, you know, he's always kind of on the B list. People don't really run to him, but, you know, trumpeter, band leader.
And you're saying this hasn't been available on vinyl since?
I don't ever remember that being reissued.
There you go, guys.
20, 30 years of selling records. So the Pacific Jazz label, which was absorbed, a great label, California label, absorbed by Blue Note, and part of the Tongue Coat series, where it sounds as good as it can be and looks as good as it can be.
That's amazing.
All right. And we're going to close it with Fredji Harvard, another guy we talk about on here.
Mm-hmm.
I love Fredji Harvard. And this is his album, Breaking Point. And this is an unusual record in his catalog. You know, people kind of know him for more traditional and funkier jazz, but this is really a progressive record. And in reading about it, I thought this quote was so great. It's rare that I'll actually quote somebody when we're talking about these
Go
records.
for it.
But the Encyclopedia of Music in the 20th Century called the album a crackling mixture of free atonality, beautiful medley, and blues feeling.
Wow.
That sounds like something.
And the liner, written by Leonard Feather, starts with this line. This is a most unusual album, even by Blue Note standards.
Yeah, so man, and they put out some goofy stuff too.
God.
So it's very, very. Whenever you hear with regards to jazz, when you hear the term progressive,
yeah,
hang on, baby, because it's going to get.
Yeah, and if you've never heard like free
there.
jazz or some of that kind of more atonal stuff, it's a trip.
Yeah, that's kind of what's happening.
It is a trip. I love that. New music out tomorrow from Houston's own The Suffers. It starts with Love. Got to hear the album. Got to interview Cam Franklin yesterday. They've got a big show tonight at the Secret Group. As of yesterday, there were only 50 tickets left. Support your local R&B ambassadors, I guess. Gulf Coast R&B ambassadors, and go buy a ticket. Secret Group's nice, small, intimate place. So that would be something if you're looking for something to do on a Thursday night. And I've heard it, and I would tell you, I don't think the band's ever sounded as good. I don't think our vocals have ever sounded as good. They started recording before COVID. Yeah. They never stopped, even though they had to piece things together and work separately and do some different things. But it's finally out. And then other news, I'll just give you that Cam shared with me. They're going to Greece for the first time to perform. And I believe they've got dates set in Germany and a bunch of festivals. So here in the U.S. So hopefully this is the record that puts them over the top, and folks will be talking about our own The Suffers, Coast to Coast.
All right.
How about that?
That's some great news, yeah.
Anything coming up we need to know about?
I think, stuff going forward. I mean, there's still going to be some great records for the summer. The Tyler Creator record's going to come out, legit, obviously. Suffers, some other,
that's why you tune into the show.
That's why to figure it out.
All right, guys, that is our time. We're going to bail out of here. Thank you for being with us. We're going to do this again next Thursday at 12:30 live. Cactus Music. This is The Drop. We're leaving. See you. Bye-bye.
That's the quickest fade out we've ever had. We're usually like